Rather... Oh! You're done with this place, eh? Go, you bastards! And you see before you is none other than the queer old man who you spotted talking at his bag in the old eel. His bag? Is there a man talking at his bag? Good, still here. Now, aren't you ashamed of accusing an old gentleman like myself of such a foul deed? He gives out a disturbingly vulgar laugh. Eyes fooling with ya, cabin boy. I've always enjoyed some good old manslaughter. Gives a kind of relief, you know, taking an adversary out of the game, one less bastard to worry about. Makes the bloody world a nicer place for a sea dog like me. But myself, well, behind the slaughters of those wretches, points at the spectre floating nearby, I was cheating Logan Dawkins and the other scum. See, I was their captain once, but they stopped listening to me a long while ago. I knew that. That's in the book. Up until this bloody moment, although in the book he's the person that got killed. Up until this bloody moment, they've been talking my head off. Greedy bastards they are. Asking about their share all the time. The gold that I promised. The gold that I never gave. But they were fools, you know. There are things that every bloody sea dog keeps in mind. Like, you better know the ship what you're boarding. Like, your captain's orders may be your death. 'Tis a tough trade, and we set sail knowing that. So when things go ugly, we real sailors don't pule like that sissy over there what thinks himself a bloody corsair. The spectre continues to gaze at the old man with a silent burning hatred. What? The old man addresses the entity as if it has just spoken. Oh, shut that bloody trap of yours, Dawkins! Your pals are all gone now. And look how weak you are. Okay, so he's Dawkins. You're not Dawkins. So I didn't know that. I take my ignorance back. It seems those grumpy old gods ye have other plans for ye. And who knows, perhaps for myself too, Nodens might even allow me to enter the turquoise palace. After all, I belong to the sea more than any place else. Where does that one remain? Point to the last spectre. So you think the murders are over now, with Keelan dead and all? Terrible old man glances at the faded shadow that was once cheating Logan Dawkins and spits at his feet. A thick phlegm passes right through the spectre's feet to spatter the floorboards. 'Tis simple. He hates me more than he loves his gold. He's still open to get me, but look at the useless scum. A jellyfish is more dangerous than Dawkins now. He should have left with his friends. Do you think the murders are over now, with Keelan dead and all? You know what, cabin boy? I never liked it in this rotten city, so no one can hold me here. My damn crew are gone except Dawkins, and he's in no state to pick his own teeth, let alone be stabbing a fella. So I reckon we can say the bloodshed's over. Yet the old man grins. There is still much blood to be spilled in this damn place. I can't say I envy you. The other spectres are gone. Like they should have been a long time ago, right at the day of the whirlpool. But I know those bastards. The grudge they held against the thieves was deep. So deep, they stayed even after the gold was gone, constantly bending my ear to find those thieving wretches. Suddenly changes his tone. Stab the thieves, we say. Cut their throats. Spill their wire. Hanging them from the mizzenmast mast. Now 'tis all silent. 'Tis finally silent. You see the longing rise in the old man's eyes, like still water on a windless night. Nodens, I remember you mentioning him before. Then you know he's the Lord of the Deep. The seas of the world belonged to Nodens until the world was ruined by the old gods. Now, those things. For the first time you read fear in the old man's eyes. They corrupt and shatter and devour until little animals like us can find no place to belong or simply to be. The sleeper is awake now. Spells the name in an alien tongue. Cthulhu Lou. And he walks in between all these strange realms. The cult also seems to worship this Cthulhu. Is that what rules over Arkham? You asked me about the Dismal Man before. Is he a servant of Cthulhu? Yeah, we'll go to that one. Oh, did I? My mind isn't what it used to be, cabin boy. This fellow you mentioned, he must be a nasty one, eh? Then perhaps you're right. Gods have uses for such messengers and envoys if himself is one of those. The cult also seems to worship this Cthulhu. Is that what rules over Arkham? I can sense Cthulhu's presence here like I can smell gunpowder from 100 yards away. And I'll tell you one thing, the former is by far the more dangerous. Gunpowder will grant you a clean death, but the great old ones, the things they do to your mind, they rape your will and torture your hopes. Speaking of which, I'd better take my leave. Before you go, do you know a way out of Arkham? If the world was destroyed, what are we doing here? Oh, that is a bloody riddle, isn't it? An intriguing but also a terrible, terrible riddle. One for which I am happy to not have an answer. Mayhap I once had one, who knows? I see. Another thing. I read the story. You led your men to their doom. Man shows a toothless smile. Do you believe every little story that's told you, boy? Let me tell you one thing about that old wives' tale. Those bastards should have stayed dead. The stories about also place you in Kingsport. Why are you in Arkham? Not the brightest star in the sky, are you? The wretch who stole my gold came here. So here I be. You see, this house is mine resides in more than one place. I can sail the winds of aether when the need arises. Didn't scrabble up the ranks of captain just to answer to a cabin boy. Make it quick. I plan to set sail shortly. Someone must pay for those murders. So, you know a way out. A jarring laugh burst from his lips. You reckon things are fair in this world? He can hardly catch his breath to continue. Even after all this? That was good, cabin boy. I can't help but question how you managed to survive so long. Your kind is like blood to a shark. It may be sooner or it may be later, but they always get you. He looks away. And the mess they leave behind. So you know a way out of Arkham. I don't want to be a bad captain, cabin boy, but there's no berth for you in the boat that I'm taking. Even though you gave me some nice entertainment along the way. Old man looks at you with his fiery eyes one last time. I tell you to farewell, but I know there is no chance of that. Then he turns away to face the door without another word. About the recent events. Outsider looks to where the bottle of lead sits waiting on the terrible old man's table, to breed such an undying grudge for the sake of a few metal trinkets, a dispute that already caused their ultimate damnation. It's hard to swallow. Greed is a dangerous thing. Your kind is also dangerous, whether dead or alive, stranger. Oh, damnation to the stone. Very old globe, probably dating back to the 18th century. The familiar landmarks dotting this weary sphere are infinitely far away now, if they exist at all. Although it's of a smaller gauge than the ones that comprise the arsenal of the great war vessels of yesteryears, it can devastate the targets which it was originally engineered to hit. But whether it can harm the horrors from beyond remains debatable. Can it be that this heinous sea critter, transformed into dusty decor, is actually a distant and perhaps ancient deep-sea relative of the eel? Averred by the overwhelming abundance of books on display is the old sea dog's affection for the obscure works on mythology, maritime history, and ancient polytheistic cults. This grotty figurehead, which presumably once adorned the prow of a buccaneer's frigate, is an amalgamation of a Faustian sea devil and a siren. Looking at what lies beyond the panes of this Aritian object art, one may better compass the vastness of the bleak unknown encroaching upon the shores of Arkham County. Oh, a lead bottle, and everyone got a character boost. 85 better criticals. If current sanity is less than maximum, gain 1 mental resistance. Gain 1 damage resistance. Yeah, I need better shooting. Firearms. I can spend 1 on firearms. Badosh. Better criticals, plus 2%, maximum sanity. Panic resistance. It's not a bad one. I have been panicking. Haven't panicked for a while. Action plus 2. Physical defense. Melee success. Spellcraft. Snapshot. That's 1 less action at the expense of a small shooting penalty. Improved health gain from medical items. Luck of the totem isn't a bad shout. Better criticals. Yeah. Melee. Medicine. He's a fighter. So is that another one of the items ticked off? Yeah. Where's mine? Where's the list? Ah. Dismal Man's Poem. Yeah. 2. Drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruining once halls of wisdom. And I've got to read the Necronomicon. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, there's a seashell. I could have diddled with that. What was in the seashell? Unique and brilliantly coloured shell of a deep sea invertebrate. Oh, I've got to identify it first. Bet. This fuming ship stove is oddly unable to counter the inexplicable chill permeating this modest chamber. Okay. Let's leave. Where are you going? Light of this beacon grants a ghastly prenaturnal glow. The harsh angles of this colonial lighthouse, which now hails only the alien voyagers, this fathomless obscurity. Where did he go then? Because he didn't go down that way. Okay, so what am I investigating now? Investigate the statuette. Got 2 lines of the poem. Haven't got a bally clue. Summons a voodoo spirit which is housed in the body of the target. The host becomes immune to most conditions. Draws an enemy attention onto herself. Lower will become enraged, attacking friend and foe alike. Oh, hello. Okay, so back to downtown. Choop, choop, choop. You have spotted a cemetery before you. Yeah, sure. Let's have a perusal with the old cemeteries. The century moss-ridden stones lean their mournful heads towards dead soil, as if lending an ear to the restless murmurs welling up from beneath. The most inauspicious and restless feeling grows in you with each step taken towards this darksome stone vault which is standing amidst the desolation like an antechamber to the netherworld. Let's pop inside! Of these curiously assembled and arbitrarily discarded waste of nails and planks, one seems to be of an even more contemptible craftsmanship. Their occupants would turn in their graves if they had one. A sudden blowing of a chill gust shuts the door of the mausoleum. Oh, I'm going to be in custody under the art darkness becomes... Oh... Probably should have kept my... That would have been where I should have tooled up with a lantern, really, shouldn't I? That would have been wise. Where are you, lantern? Show yourself. Corpse of a man suddenly trembles into view at your feet. It appears as if he's writhing in pain and his feet have been severed from his ankles. Well, isn't that just lovely for... Locked. Why are you going to lock it? Silver ring. Anything else? And talk to him or something, is that? Blood Circle, Spirit of Al-Raz, Host of Leo. Wizened Scroll details the... this curse harnesses the primal element of earth to turn its target to stone. Not really what I need. Maybe if I talk to that boa guy, or the guy who killed me by eating my eyes out with worms. He might have us speak to the dead spell.